Didn't our Lord Jesus Christ give to the other disciples, besides St. Peter, the power to bind and loose? Well, not exactly. But what we do read, however, in Matthew 18 is that our Lord does give to the other disciples a power to bind and loose. This sounds very similar to the power and authority that our Lord gave to Simon Peter in Matthew 16. However, there are two distinct differences. Firstly, in Matthew 16, our Lord changes the name of Simon to Peter, or Petros in Greek, which is masculine for rock. This is to denote the new power and authority he has as the foundation stone of Christ's universal church on earth. But in Matthew 18, our Lord does not change the name of any other disciple. Also in Matthew 16, we have the key specifically mentioned when given to St. Peter, but we don't have any keys specifically mentioned in Matthew 18. How are these two respective powers meant to work? Are they in opposition with each other, or they are to work in tandem? They are to work in tandem. How? Well, firstly, Simon Peter receives the keys as the head of the church, so he has universal jurisdiction over the whole church and can exercise those keys both locally and universally. However, with respect to the other disciples, their power to bind and loose is only to operate where they work locally, wherever they may be. This is reflected in the church today. The successor to St. Peter, namely the Bishop of Rome, the Pope, possesses the same keys that were given to Simon Peter. And he can exercise those keys both locally or regionally and universally for the whole church. But the successors to the other disciples, namely the bishops of the world today, they can only exercise their power to bind and loose wherever they may be, usually in their local diocese. And this is to be done in tandem with and under the authority of the Pope, the successor to St. Peter. Thank you for listening. God bless.